All right, guys, how's it going? Well, this gentleman, David Ornstein, is one of two journalists and only two journalists in the world that you need to listen to for reliable news about Liverpool Football Club. The rest of them way below him and Joyce at the Times, and that's because he and Joyce are somewhere managed or not controlled. Makes it sound like a bit like I don't mean like that, and a bit paranoid, but managed. Good relationships. He is in particularly close with the ownership, the FSG side of things. Joyce is more people running the club on a day-to-day basis, but they do cross over. They know people on different sides, if you like, FSG and LFC. But he's more of an arse licker to FSG, whereas Joyce is more of an arse licker to Edwards and that. Do you know what I mean? So they have to kiss arse, they have to lick arse, because this video is going to get restricted, isn't it? Because they just have to get their news. It's that simple, right? So while the rest of them, the LFC clique of journalists, have, what I call basic access, like press conferences, and get a little bit thrown here and there when they all report at the same time. Ornstein and Joyce, they're the big guns, and they're the only two that I listen to. But when I listen to them, I always treat everything they say very, very carefully, right? I always examine it and think, why am I hearing it? Who does it benefit? Why are they telling me? Why are Liverpool okay with whatever they're saying, those two? Why are they okay with it being out there? So there is a bit of propaganda involved sometimes, right? But cool, I like them, right? So, and we don't say that about many people, do we? Anyway, he's been talking about Luis Diaz today. I'll read his exact quotes to you. They are as follows. Barcelona have long been linked with Luis Diaz. Their admiration is genuine. There was definitely something in the Man City reports last summer too. If he is available, there will be many suitors. Well, first of all, if you follow my daily review of the Spanish football dailies, not very good English, then you would kind of know all this anyway. I think that's not me trying to be like, you'll be fine. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's not new. It's not new claims or anything. The reporting has been very credible in Spain from Sport, the Pro Barcelona newspaper. Deco did the 6-page sit-down recently with them, if you remember, and the next day a few more pages. I don't think it's any secret that Luis Diaz wants to go to Barcelona. Barcelona definitely want Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz's father. The Man City stuff I remember talking about at the time with you on here. His dad's always, I don't know. I don't need to go into that. The point I'm trying to say here is Ornstein's basically coming out and backing up what I've been saying for a while. The only thing there that I'm saying, and he hasn't, he's saying if he's available, and I think Luis Diaz is available. And I also think Luis Diaz was available last summer as well, although the LFC clique of journalists denied that and said, oh no, Liverpool won't sell him. But over here in Spain, and especially in the Catalan region, if you like, in the Catalan press, they were adamant that Liverpool had set a price and were willing to do business, but because of Barcelona's financial problems at the time, they weren't able to do anything. Ironically, Barcelona were also looking at Federico Chiesa around the same time. Excuse me, I do apologise, I'm not very well at the moment. So Barcelona's financial problems have been resolved. People keep saying they couldn't afford to buy him. They have been resolved. However, they have to work to what's called the 1-1 rule in Spain, which means for every euro they spend, you have to get a euro in, all right? So if they were to spend 50 million on Luis Diaz, they have to show La Liga, or the governing bodies here, we spent 50 million on him, but we got 50 million from this. It has to balance. It's a 1-1 rule, okay? And additionally, if the contract on top was, say, 20 million euros, that would mean it was 70, so the same thing applies. So they were paid 50 for the player, a 20 million contract, 70 million. They've got to get that money in to match the 1-1. So please don't think that they can't afford to do it, but they would have to shift, personnel to make it happen. And this is why it didn't happen. Well, that's not why it didn't happen last year, really. Last year they were in, all sorts of turmoil, but with the new Nou Camp and everything, they've done all these, sold these executive boxes and executive tickets to the Saudis and other lucrative areas, and that enabled them to sort their shit out. However, if you follow my morning reviews of the Spanish papers, you'll know, I think it was about a week ago, maybe, or 10 days ago, there was a suggestion that they could now fall out of that 1-1 rule because Barcelona haven't been paid for something to do with the company they set up to do with this something vision or something. Anyway, don't want to get too much into that. But last summer, I believe Luis Diaz was available. The click said that he wasn't. Liverpool denied it. I think he was. I believe what I was reading here and what people were saying back home. And I also believe he'll be sold this summer if they can get a deal. And I think the player, you can talk about Man City, you can talk about different clubs that would be interested in him. But I think his dream is to go to Barcelona. And he will do everything he can to make that happen. And so will Barcelona. Now, Barcelona, when Deco did that, so Deco is the sporting director at Barcelona. There's 3 targets. And it was Isak, Diaz and Šeško, which is a player that Liverpool are genuinely looking at as well. You should keep an eye on him, Benjamin Šeško. We've spoke about him numerous times, okay? But Isak, that's a big ask for Barcelona to do that. So then Luis Diaz was the more realistic option. The other thing as well, just in case you don't follow those, briefings, I review what's in the pro-Barcelona newspapers every day, right? So I have quite a bit of knowledge of this. It doesn't mean what they're saying is the truth and everything. We don't read what they say as gospel and take it as gospel, just like we don't with our press. But, I'm not thick as well. I can, work things out to, over a period of time, you get to see things. Anyway, what's being said over here is that Luis Diaz rejected a contract offer in November from Liverpool, and in January they also said he'd rejected a contract offer, but I don't know if they were just repeating the news from November. So I don't know if he'd rejected 2 offers or whether it was the same one, but my regular followers will remember that we've said, that came up in November and January. And I said going into 2025 that I thought the Luis Diaz speculation would come back, because it was all over the place in the summer, even though it's been denied, and it did come back significantly in the turn of the year, with extensive coverage in Sport in particular, the Sport newspaper publication. But it's gone quiet again. But, again, the people that watch those daily reviews will tell you we were talking about him every day solid about a month ago or something like that. But it's gone quiet again. I think that, the suggestion as well was here, again, the Barcelona press was saying that Luis Diaz felt that the contract offer from Liverpool was basically lowballing. It was he didn't feel it matched his worth to the squad, to the team. Now, that might be true. If you don't like the owners, that might be a reason for you to cosh them virtually and go, there we go, another one with it's lowballing again. Maybe it's true, who knows? But could that be Luis Diaz representatives, Papa Diaz, whatever, saying to Barcelona, well, this is what they offered him, but we don't think, we think he's worth more than that. Is that part of the game to Barcelona? So that's what we would be looking from for you. So you've got to try and, it's easy to criticize the owners. They're fucking, you know what I mean? I don't think the player will extend with Liverpool while there's a chance of going to Barcelona. And again, I hate to, go on about this, but it's factual. I do review them every day. And the constant vibe that we get from the Barcelona media, Barcelona-based journalists, is that Diaz is in constant communication, his camp with Barcelona. And I think they will do everything they can to try and make that happen. I do. And that's it. So him coming out and saying that the interest from Barcelona is genuine, is good for me personally, because I've been banging on about it for ages when others haven't. So when he comes out, it's not me saying to you, oh yeah, fucking DKB. It's to me, I'm thinking, yeah, nice one, because that's what I believe to be true. And I have him in such a high, regard, even though I know he's a bullshitter and up their asses as well. But to me personally, I'm thinking, yeah, he's not going to say that if he's not true. He's not going to peddle you a load of shit like the other people will. You've just got to be very, very careful. It wasn't so long ago he was on there with a fucking Red Sox cap on one of his interviews. Someone said to me recently, no, he wasn't. Sent them a link of it, and then I never heard another fucking thing from it. Because he's one of them that's like, when he talks about FSG, you know, the owners, let's just say the owners, he's glowing. Like fucking glowing. Like Joyce is glowing about Hughes and Edwards. And if you use your noddle, come on, you don't. Yeah. If you've been around these parts, you don't need me to explain. Right. So the reason for the video was just to tell you he's confirming Barcelona's interest is genuine. That's it. All right. I think we know that anyway, but I appreciate hearing it from him. All right. And I don't think many of you will give a fuck if Diaz is sold in the summer. And I think when it comes to our transfer budget in the summer, you're looking at what you get from Nunes and Luis Diaz being a significant part of it, I think. What do you think? All right, let me know. Can I finish now? I think I'm done. Yeah, you fucking should be. You could. Yeah, I know. Right, I'm off. Oh, my rescue dog's over there. Remy's just sat in dark watching me going, who's he talking to? You know what I mean? All right. You all right? His tail's wagging now. Right. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment if you've got an opinion. And hey, if you are one of them people that watch my daily reviews of the Spanish, papers and that, extra thumbs up to you. All right. They're interesting, aren't they? I find them interesting anyway. Yeah, so thumbs up, comment. If you want to buy me a coffee, although it is the weekend, so we could get something a bit stronger, then you can show your appreciation through the love heart under my videos. Yeah, and I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing, which is on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Duncan. And it pisses my haters off when you buy me a coffee. They don't like it. They don't like to see me grifting. Do you know what I mean? So fuck them. All right, guys, have a great weekend. All right.